you doing?
I am
Good.
Katharina Michio, and you are watching NY Mania.
I'm Kayla Welsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hi, my name is Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy, and I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania, the best.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? It's a wonderful day outside. Maybe a cold day, windy day, but it is time for baseball season. Today, the New York Yankees officially report for their first day of spring training. At least pitchers and catchers do, and hopefully more. We saw some video yesterday of some batting practice being taken, some pitchers throwing lightly off the mound. But it should be a lot of fun to distinguish what will happen at Yankees and Mets, and of course everywhere else's training camps around, or spring training complexities around the Major League Baseball division right now. Should be a lot of fun with that. Good morning, guys. I can hopefully see your comments in the chat. I apologize that I did have to come on my phone last minute for a technical difficulty. So we'll get to your questions once you have them. But thank you guys for being here. Joe couldn't be here this morning. He had to take care of a personal thing. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. He will be back on tonight. We will have an update show for you guys tonight at 9 p.m. Where we'll discuss some Yankees news, what happened during the day, any little tidbits of information that come out. We'll be on top of it tonight at 9 p.m. And then tomorrow, please remember that there is no morning show tomorrow because Chef Nick will be doing a back-to-back show, doubleheader, one with Joe. So he will be doing the interview part 2 with Joe tomorrow evening. And then he will be doing a Valentine's Day special show with Joe and Katharina Michio right after that. So please stay tuned for the next couple of days. It's going to be busy here on the channel. But busy is fun, and we like being fun and busy at the same time. We would like to welcome Nathan back to New Jersey as he's officially back. What's going on, Nathan? How are you? Did you get any sleep on the plane? How was the flight?
It was good. Thank you for asking. The flight was great. Landed this morning. What's up, everyone in the chat? Good morning. We got both brothers on the stream today.
Yeah.
Jason and Evan. Let's go. Obviously, spring training has started, and pitchers and catchers report for all teams today. And for the Yankee side, you got Ben Wright showed up today, Ryan Weathers, Austin Wells, J.C. Escara, you name it, Max Fried, Clark Smith. So it's good to see them report to spring training again, and that means baseball is coming up. And the first Yankee spring training game, guys, don't forget, February 21st will be called on here too, simulcast with Ken from The Ugly Truth on February 21st against the Tigers. So that's going to be fun. But what's up, everyone in the chat? Good morning. Thank you guys for all the support. Continue liking, subscribing to this channel. And also our Job on the Mouse Show, too. So a lot of big things happening, and a lot of big things happening at my new company with Nation's Best NIL deals. So big things happening there. So, it's good to see players back in spring training and reporting. And I think obviously it's a fresh start for every team, and people should be excited. So
definitely. But
Evan and Jason, how are you guys doing? And what's like seeing now all these players being back at spring training? Obviously, spring training games will be starting soon. So
yeah, Jason, good morning. If you want to touch on the Mets first a little bit, we can go, because there was some news yesterday that came out. So you want to touch on that first a little bit, and then we can move forward.
Yep. So first of all, good morning, everybody. Nathan, welcome back to Jersey.
Thank you.
Yep. And in case anybody didn't see, there was some Mets news yesterday. Pretty, not terrible news, but just slightly concerning news a little bit. Francisco Lindor, he has a hamate bone injury in his arm, and right now he's scheduled to see a doctor for a surgery option, possibly. So if he does need surgery, then he will be out 6 weeks. But we'll see if he's ready by opening day. And the other news was Juan Soto is going to be moving to left field this season. So we'll see how he adjusts to that. In 2020, he did play left field with the Nationals, so he is used to playing the position. But we'll see how he does it in Queens this season. But yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Gonna be interesting to see how that plays out with the Mets outfield. Do you think that they have someone coming up from the minors that they can utilize from spring training, or how do you see that playing out with the rest of the outfield?
Yeah, they can definitely use other guys. Carson Benj is ready to go when needed. He was in AAA the past season last year playing in Syracuse, so he's ready to go. You have other options in the minor leagues ready too. So yeah, I mean there's guys available just in case if somebody else goes down.
Sounds good. No, yeah, hopefully they can get that figured out. And now that they have AJ Melendez as well, they can sort of make out a situation that was questionable, I would say, after trading McNeil and Nimmo. But now it's you can kind of see where they're going with it. They want versatile defenders to go in their outfield spots, of course, and that would be great for them to get those. Good morning to everybody in the chat. How are you doing?
What's up, Mario, Charles, FJ in the chat? What's up, everyone?
Good morning, everybody.
Yes, we did. Good point, Charles. There was a press conference yesterday from John Schneider, the Blue Jays manager, saying that Anthony Santander will be out for about 5 to 6 weeks to open the season.
Yeah.
And obviously not good news for the Blue Jays there. Guys, there will be an Aaron Boone press conference at 11:30 a.m. So let's hope that there's no bad news regarding injuries at that press conference, because we know sometimes to the media he can be a little bit fictitious of what he says. Not to the full extent. Of course, there are different situations with every injury, but you just have to be mindful that not every injury is going to be the same. So hopefully there's no bad news there on the injury front. And, speaking of the Yankees a little bit, so pitchers and catchers officially report today. Very excited. And the first game is in 10 days. So in these 10 days, Nathan, what would you like to see them working on, practicing before the first game?
Well, first of all, Garrett Cole and Judge has reported to camp. So they're in camp right now. And I would like to see them focus on defense. That's the first thing. Focus on defense and better contact hitting. That's the goal for the Yankees this year. And the Yankees need more players too. So they're still going to make some more moves, hopefully more pitching and then more right-handed bats. And we need a right-handed catcher. So that's one thing. But I would like to see them improve on their defense and more contact hitting.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hopefully Garrett Cole is healthy enough to make an appearance in spring training, knowing that he won't be back until probably June, I would say. But Judge, of course, playing in the WBC, we don't want him to go too hard. Obviously, it's going to be important to stay healthy during that as well, because there have been players who have gotten hurt there and then they have missed the season, unfortunately. So we don't want him getting hurt. Be careful with that elbow. I know in spring training the other day he was throwing around the baseball from the outfield and he was doing okay. But just be careful with that. Don't go too hard all at once. And we hope everything will be okay with that. Let's see. As far as pitching goes, I would like to see Ryan Weathers on the mound. I want to see what he has at first. And then I think it's going to be important for guys like Spencer Jones. And I know they said Jason Dominguez would start in AAA, but Spencer Jones particularly, because since Judge won't be there to start spring training, he's going to get the chance, of course, to prove himself early on. And I think that's going to be important for him, not only to get the chance, but for him getting experience against major league pitching. I think that will be a good opportunity for him to have, and for our younger players as well. For catchers, we have younger catchers from Single A that are going to be here in spring training. So we'll see what they have. And yeah, it should be exciting.
We got some breaking news here. Jordan Montgomery and the Texas Rangers agree on a contract.
Oh, okay. Thank
Hmm.
you for the news. Yeah. Do you know how long?
Let me see here. So Jordan Montgomery goes back to Texas for a second stint. He's been in Texas before, right? Yeah.
He was there
Yeah.
when they won the World Series. Yeah.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah. Let me see the contract. Hold on. Probably it's like a 1 year deal. Could be a 1 year deal.
Yeah. Also, I heard yesterday that Corbin Burns, he might be able to join the Diamondbacks right around the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the baseball activity since the Super Bowl's been over has been up high. Increased these past couple of days. You had Marcell Ozuna sign with the Pirates.
Yeah.
You had the Red Sox and the Brewers make a trade. You had IKF, who has a big mouth apparently, signed with the Red Sox too.
Okay, so it's a 1 year deal. Let's see here. 1 year deal worth. Worth to 1.2 million for 1 year.
Okay. Yeah, that's I feel like that's a good contract because obviously he didn't really do that well with the Diamondbacks, but 1 year deal with the Rangers, a team that he's already had success with, I think he'll fit well there in their rotation. Hey, we got Sean back.
Back, Sean.
Hey y'all, sorry about that. I had
No worries.
yeah, phone call kind of knocked me off. But yeah, it's a lot of things, and we got Rodon and Cole will come back about May or June. I think end of April, May for Rodon, and then Cole will be back like May, maybe early June. So that's a good thing. And then yeah, I mean there's a lot of things in the baseball, and it seems like every team is building up. I mean the Tigers are making moves, the Rockies are making moves. So
Yep.
So Jordan Montgomery, if you missed it, Sean, Montgomery just went to the Rangers. So back.
Yeah, I think that was probably the best move for him.
Yeah,
He
but
had the most success with the Rangers.
yeah.
He's not going to come back till mid-season though, because he's still recovering from the Tommy John.
Yeah, and and it makes sense. That's a good signing though,
Yeah.
because he'll be a reinforcement to their rotation.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Sean, I wanted to get everybody's takes on the increased baseball activity since the Super Bowl. We had the Marcell Ozuna signing. The Red Sox traded for Caleb Durbin. They also signed IKF. I mean, looking at our division now, what do you expect to happen in our division? Do you think that the Red Sox have improved a lot to overtake either the Yankees or the Blue Jays? What are your thoughts?
I think that they've kind of strengthened their depth with
Mhm.
some of the moves they made, like Caleb Durbin, and then I know they got a lot of young guys. And then they did get a couple pitchers to strengthen their rotation, but at the same time, I don't know. I just think they're just added to being a big dogfight. Like instead of it being a 2-team race, it's a 3-team race, and maybe even be a 4 or 5-team race in the AL East. It's going to be a dogfight, just as well as the NL East is going to be a dogfight. But I mean, the Blue Jays, they're stacked and they got the right approach. And if you've seen how Cashman addressed the offseason, he strengthened our weakest point of the base, or our two of our weakest points last season,
Yeah.
which was our bench and our bullpen depth. And he did it without really big flashy moves. And I know that was a lot of frustration to us fans, but when you really look at it, two things that failed us consistently last season was the lack of depth on the bench and the our bullpen depth. Too
Right.
many people got gassed out at the end, right? And and then our starting rotation was gassed in the playoffs, which bit us in the rear end. But I think the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox will definitely be the top 3 teams. in the AL East, but I'm not counting out the Orioles at the same time because they got Pete Alonso, and Pete Alonso has been proven to be a clutch bat and an impact guy that can change the game. If you make a mistake to him, he's gonna make you pay.
Hmm.
Yeah, don't count out the Orioles at all.
Yeah, and yeah, they got young guys. The only thing that I'm worried about with them is their rotation because it's too many injuries. I mean, just like with anybody, with if they lose some of their big guys, how are they gonna implement that starting rotation? You know, but at the same time, like you said, I'm not counting them out because they got a good, solid team and they got a young guys, Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rushman. They're gonna bounce back and have great
Yeah.
seasons. So.
And with the Orioles, they were in on Valdez before he signed with the Tigers. So the Orioles do definitely need to improve their rotation. But the offense is there, obviously, with Pete Alonso they added and the other pieces they have. So their offense is there, but the pitching is kind of concerned. They got to improve that somehow. But even the Yankees need to improve their rotation and pitching too. But Chris Bassett is still out there, guys. So I really
Yeah.
want to get Chris Bassett, and obviously Verlander going back to Detroit, which is a good story for him and for their fans. So that was a perfect fit. But it'll be interesting to see where Chris Bassett goes. And I think if I were the Yankees, I would jump on that ASAP before like the Orioles get involved or other teams. So I think Chris Bassett could be a good value to other teams now late in free agency, and this is the type of pitcher who can give you innings for sure.
Oh yeah, and and then you also look at the Rays.
Yeah,
They've been quiet, but they've made moves and they've made their team better. And then they're gonna be back and playing in Tampa. I think they're either going to be in Tropicana Field for one more year. I know they're also they finalized the deal where they're gonna build a park or stadium at Hillsborough College. So that's gonna be really interesting. So
Right.
but yeah, I mean that's what I'm looking at. I mean, there's still holes that we need to fill out. We need a leadoff guy. We need a pitcher to strengthen our rotation, like Nathan was saying. But yeah, if the
Right.
Yankees and Red Sox get back to being the arch rivals that they've been for the longest time, that's better for baseball.
Yeah. Something that I am worried about is Caleb Durbin. I think he's going to do very well with the Red Sox. I think he does play second base, so he'll be their second baseman, and IKF will kind of be like the utility guy off the bench, maybe like a situational, come in pinch hitter type of person there with the Red Sox. But they have a very young team. They had a good season last year until Roman Anthony got hurt. He should be back this year sometime, so they should pick up where they left off with him. Let's just hope that the Yankees have improved enough to beat the Red Sox, and I think they do talent-wise. The only issue is it's going to come down to the fundamentals, just like last season.
Right, and most of what our big problem too was our approach and situational hitting, and game. When batters got into the box, they would abandon their approach too many times. When you go into that free swing mode, oh, I'm gonna swing wild at the first pitch. That causes more problems than need be. But no, Durbin is gonna be interesting because I think he can also play third, even though I know he's mostly a second baseman. He was with us in our farm system, but the Rockies kind of got him a little third and second. So it's gonna be interesting. But then also Cassis is coming back from injury. When Casas got hurt and Roman Anthony, that really put a damper on the Red Sox.
You're right.
Yep.
And I think there could be a lot of questions filled out for the Yankees this spring. We'll know who possibly can fit into the rotation if a guy like ERC gets a chance, or possibly Ben Hess, who Ken pointed out yesterday on his short, which was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's our leadoff hitter? Good point, Sean. I don't want Trent Grisham as our leadoff hitter. What other options do we have now that Dominguez is going back to the minors? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't know fully. It's either gonna be Dominguez or Jones battling out for the fourth outfielder spot
Yeah.
because all these other depth outfielders we got, no one knows what they're gonna do. They're not a lot to make the whatever you want to call it, the team going up to the Bronx.
Yeah.
At the end of spring training, and we don't know the trend, but yeah, I mean, you got Caballero, you got DeJong. Um, do you want to experiment with Ben Rice at leadoff, or would you rather keep him?
I would rather keep him in the middle of the order.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, he picks up a lot of RBIs.
Mhm.
To lead him off, that would be a little bit, not the best thing for the Yankees.
right. And I want to keep him there in the middle, like you said, where it helps that lefty righty between Judge and Stanton. Because if you have Judge and Stanton back to back, it's kind of
Yeah.
like the same. Not
Yeah.
they're not the same, but you get what I'm saying. It's kind of like, I mean, it'd be deadly, but but at the same time, it's an easy lane. It can become an easy lane because they'll walk Judge and then get Stanton this free swing.
Yep.
But
we have a question from
T-Road.
T-Road. Did you guys think that the Yankees rotation is better than the Blue Jays rotation?
I think if you look at them, let's break it down picture for picture, right? I mean, we're it's almost par, but if you look, okay, I mean, you got who's the ace for the Blue Jays?
Cease?
It's you Savage.
Yeah,
Savage
Savage,
and
but then they
Cease.
got Dylan Cease
Yeah.
to be kind of like that veteran ace. But
1A,
Savage,
1B.
Savage. The thing with him is we haven't seen how the league adjusts to him and how he's going to adjust to them. Once he gets that marker, yeah, he'll be a beast. I'm not saying it. It's just like the same thing with Cam.
Yep.
We got Cam, but Cam hasn't had enough to where the league can adjust to him, make adjustments to him. And when that happens, you got to see how he's going to adjust. But, we got Max Fried as our co-ace to Garrett Cole while Garrett Cole is bouncing back from that Tommy John, right? And then you got Carlos Rodon. So we got a strong – I mean, Rodon's going to be about a miss a month, right?
So
But you got Cam that can fill in for that part. And then you got, what do we got? Hill?
Luis Hill.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Weathers.
Yep.
Ryan Weathers. And then you got Will Warren, who's serviceable.
Mhm.
But the Blue Jays, I know they got Cease. They got Savage. Do they have I thought Kikuchi's gone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's not
They
there.
they have Jose Barrios still.
Yeah.
Okay, they have Barrios.
Cody Pons, who they signed, and then
Right.
Shane Bieber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shane Bieber, is he gonna be back to the ace Shane Bieber, the Cy Young winning Shane Bieber, or is he gonna be like, older, more crafty, but not quite ace like because of the injuries? We yet to see really. But
when it comes to the Yankees, that's why I said the Yankees need to get a couple more pitchers in there, like Dylan or Chris Bassett and another pitcher. But the rotation right now as it sits, I'm going to give the upper hand to I'm going to give it to the Blue Jays a little bit.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're missing Rodon and Cole, but they still have Guzman, they have Dylan Cease, Jose Barrios, Shane Bieber, and Savage. So those are quality pitchers if they stay healthy. And the Yankees obviously we have Max Fried, Dylan, Ryan Weathers, Luis Hill, Will Warren, and all. But the one thing concerns me is Will Warren, and can he develop or can he improve on what from last year and also what can I don't know what we're gonna get from Luis Hill. Can we get to Luis Hill when he was up for Cy Young awards? So
Yeah.
that's a couple of questions. So I'll give the upper hand to the Blue Jays right now, as of now.
Yeah, as of now, there's an upper hand to them, but if the Yankees can stay healthy and you get the Rodon and Cole, right, and you get serviceable out of Heel, you get close to Rookie of the Year Heel, and he can stay healthy. That's a pretty potent 1 for 4. And then I like that the fact that we also got Paul Blackburn, who's a swingman. But yeah, I mean, when you kind of look at it on paper, the Blue Jays got an edge to it, but we got a rotation that can compete. The key is they got to stay healthy. And then it is key on Will Warren stepping up. It's key on Heel stepping up, and how's Cam gonna adjust to the when hitters start making their adjustments to him? How's he gonna adjust to that?
Yep. And the Blue Jays also have Kevin Gausman too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Kevin Gausman is a guy he's an AL East killer.
Yeah.
And that guy is a guy that every 5 days, you're gonna get 6 or 7 innings out of them. So
That's why I give the upper hand to the Blue Jays, because Jose Barrios is capable of doing. When he's on, he's electric.
mhm.
You got you Savage, so let's see what happens in the second year. And you got a guy like Dylan Cease, who if he stays healthy, he can, what he can do. So right now, I'm giving the upper hand to the Blue Jays rotation. So until we get Cole Rodon back, and then if you get like a Bassett or another pitcher, then hopefully that changes. So
Yeah, that would be awesome if we get Bassett. Just because right now Max Fried needs all the help he can get, and we put it there. There's kind of question marks. Cam, he's a beast on that mound, but the key is the wild card with him is when the hitters start adjusting to him.
I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't see him running into too much trouble. No, I think because he has a stellar fastball, I think because he can utilize his other pitches so well off of that, I think he does have a very good chance to have a great sophomore season. And then with a guy like Savage for Toronto, him as well. He's with the Blue Jays last year. When did Kevin Gausman really start having that killer changeup? Well, I think it was in the middle of last season, and that was credits to the Blue Jays analytics department for noticing that he can get more of a run on his changeup. But yet, that's also a thing that the Yankees need to pick up on and need to be better at, is how to hit off-speed pitches. And only other than Aaron Judge, some guys have been just free swinging, and other guys have not really noticed too much, or they don't go up there with an approach. Again, here comes the word again, approach that we talk about with the Yankees is, can they take a couple of pitches and then can they realize the fact that, all right, well, the pitcher has utilized his fastball. Is another secondary pitch coming? Or what do we have to look for? So those are the things that the Yankees have to think about. But I do think that Fuller will have a good second year in the rotation. I really do like him. As well as, even for a guy like Will Warren, I didn't like him last year, especially in the rotation like he was. Late in the season, I thought he should have been moved to the bullpen. But I did like what we saw out of him a little bit later on. I thought he did improve. And, stop with the ridiculous comparisons of, Michael King. Let's let the guy be himself, because, he needs to have his own identity. And I think if he has that, then I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's the key with everyone, I'm not gonna sit here and compare someone to Andy Pettit or Roger Clemens or to Garrett Cole or Max Fried of our pitchers. Just let them be who they are. And if they need to make adjustments once, like I said, the league adjusts the pitching, right? The hitting or across the league. Once they get enough tape on a guy, they start making their adjustments in the box. But then that second part is key and it's crucial for them to stay long term in the league, is making that adjustments to the hitters. And then, it's a cat and mouse game the rest of the way after that. And like you said, our team needs to get better at situational hitting, a 2-strike approach, which we did bring back Goldie and Bellinger, who both had great strikeout. I mean, two strike approach, and you've
Yeah.
seen how Aaron Judge the last couple of years he's changed his 2-strike approach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think Mario makes a good point here. He says you need a good hitting coach to make those types of adjustments. Yeah. With the Yankees, obviously, a guy like James Rowson, I think he's done an okay job of doing that so far. But with the other players on the team, it's like, with Anthony Volpe, you just have to let him be himself. It's like the analytics. You can't let the analytics run everything because they don't always know what's best for the player in mind.
Yeah.
And I think that, honestly, they have to go up there with an approach. And I think the hitting coach, they can tell them all they want about, situational hitting and all that. But if the batter doesn't go up there with a specific mindset of accomplishing a goal, then it's not really the hitting coach's fault.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean it's like this. When you're training for a job or they show you how to do the job the right way, right?
Yeah.
But then it's up to you to actually do what you were told to do. But if you try and do something else and something goes wrong, it's not on your trainer, it's not on the boss. It's kind of on you once you have that happen. But yeah, we got Nathan back. Their phone
Sorry,
call.
guys. Phone call. Yep.
No, it's fine. We know it's busy. But yeah, Rosen is a decent guy and he can understand analytics. The thing is trying to get the players to buy in what they're trying to teach and implementing those in-game adjustments, and that's a combination of a player and the coaching staff.
Hey guys, I want to give a quick shout out to Ken from The Ugly Truth. Go follow him. He puts out amazing shorts. He just put out another short just now, talking about regarding who would be the different makers in 26 for the Yankees. So go check out that short. He just put that out there. Ken from The Ugly Truth. He does a great job. So
Yeah.
Yep. Of course.
And then Jason, what are you looking for as far as like the Mets rotation? Because they know you got a lot of young guys too.
Yeah. Just looking for more development from the young guys, Tom and McLean. And also, the veteran guys, they got to step up. They got to be able to provide 5-6 innings every 5 days to be not per se like they don't have to be aces. They just have to be reliable. They just have to be guys that can just go out there and provide productive innings for the team. So if they can do that and set up the bullpen in good situations, then I feel like they should be fine. But yeah, no, the young guys are really they're gonna have to be relied on this year, definitely.
Yeah, and then
What do you think?
what's your?
Yeah, sorry,
Oh,
Sean.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say, what do you think as far as the NL East? That looking like that's also gonna be a dogfight.
Oh yeah, the NL East is always every year. It's always a dogfight.
Yep.
So this year it's going to be even more intense. I feel like the Phillies. I feel like they got a little bit better in the offseason. They signed Adolis Garcia. They signed a couple other guys. And the Braves. I mean, their bullpen this year is going to be. Their pitching this year is going to be better than last year if they could just stay healthy. I know yesterday Schwellenbach. He got placed in the 60-day IL, which is terrible for them.
He's been hurt.
Yeah.
The past couple years there with the Braves.
Seems like he can't stay healthy, but
Yeah, and it was funny because he was one of the guys that they were switching. When they pivoted from, they were counting on him when they pivoted from Max Fried to Steven Strider as their ace.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like, hey, we got this young guy that can fill in, and they let Max Fried walk. So
Right, yeah.
So what do you think about Freddie Peralta? How do you feel like he's going to fare in his first Mets season?
Yeah, I feel like he's ready. He's up for the task of pitching in New York. I mean, hopefully it won't take long for him to adjust. Coming from a small market team like Milwaukee, hopefully he'll make that adjustment pretty quickly, and he'll be able to provide the same stats or even better ones that he did in Milwaukee. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing Peralta pitch. Pretty much everybody, Holmes, McLean, Tong, yeah, everybody.
Oh yeah, and I wouldn't discredit the Marlins. I think they're going to be a good team this year. Second-year manager Clayton McCullough. Their young prospects look really good. Augustine Ramirez, Jacob Marcy. He looks like a very talented player so far. So they're going to be pretty decent, I expect, even with trading Edward Cabrera. That they still have some young guys in that rotation that can fill the spot, and don't discredit them too. The Nationals, I think with their new manager, they can have a good season, developing still some of their young pitchers, as well as their lineup as well. I think as well as the Braves, they'll be okay. They have some injuries to deal with, but overall, I think they'll be okay. They still have a good team, and they always figure it out over there in Atlanta with their prospects. And then the Mets, I think I expect the Mets to be decent this year too. Hopefully, they don't have a collapse like they did last year. But that was, due to some guys that they got from the trade deadline, like Cedric Mullins. Like he wasn't a fit at all for the Mets, so they should be better in some key areas. Adding Bo Bichette, and then Juan Soto moving to left field. The Lindor news isn't good for the Mets, but I think that as long as he comes back, he'll be fine. So overall, it's going to be a good, talented division this year between the NL East and the AL East.
Definitely.
I agree with you guys. I think we'll know soon what the Phillies will do with Nick Castellanos, whether or not they're going to release him. And we haven't heard anything yet, but I think with the Mets moving to the Mets moving Soto to left field early, I don't think the Phillies won because Castellanos is going to the Mets so easily. So I don't know, but if Castellanos were able to be available, obviously, hopefully the Yankees would be interested. But the Mets, I think he would be a perfect fit for the Mets because since they moved Soto to left, you can plug Castellanos in right, and he can help lengthen the lineup too. So, and for the Yankees' sake, I mean, obviously, I don't think the Yankees will do a multi-year deal for him, but let's see. I think the Mets would. That's why Randall Grichuk for the Yankees makes so much sense. Who's still out there, and I think Grichuk could help out with the Yankees. But for the Mets, I think Castellanos is their guy if he becomes available from the Phillies, because you move Soto, which is interesting to see how he does in left, which he can do most likely. He can possibly do that, but he's a good enough athlete where he can do that. But I think right field, if you're bringing Castellanos, I think a solid pickup. It would be a solid pickup for you guys, and obviously you need more power in the lineup. So,
can never have enough outfielders. So
but Randall Grichuk to the Yankees, I think that's a match made in heaven. And we were discussing yesterday, why not the Yankees bring in Travis d'Arnaud as a right-handed catcher? So that's another option. He's still available. Bring him in, bring in Chris Bassett. If the Yankees can bring in Grichuk, Chris Bassett, Travis d'Arnaud, call it a day. Let's run it. I don't mind that. Let's run it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, because d'Arnaud has proven that he's still got a bat, even though he is up there.
And he plays right-handed, and we need a right-handed catcher. He's a good defender.
Right.
So if the Yankees can somehow pull off those 3 signings on cheap deals, hey, so be it. Let's run that, and I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'll be more happier because if they add those 3 players, then I feel more going into.
Well, yeah, and he'd be a perfect mentor for Austin Wells.
Yeah.
Because one thing d'Arnaud has always been strong at, besides having a decent bat, is he was able to control pitching staffs and have solid defense, and a guy who could actually throw out runners.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to. We do have an Aaron Boone press conference at 11:30. We can't stay on for that, but we should get some news there from him.
Yeah, maybe
competition.
How many times he
expect? Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Well, I was gonna say, how many times are you gonna say it's right in front of us?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm expecting him to probably just give us kind of the same old rundown of, and probably an update on some of the injury recovery times, the 60-man, because yesterday they had to do their 60-day IL list. So yeah, and then with the whole World Baseball Classic, and there's a lot of Yankees starters that are going to be participating in the WBC. So you're going to see a lot of the minor league guys and spring training invitees battling it out for a good chunk of spring.
Mhm.
But it's going to be interesting. But I mean, I I guess what I'm saying is I'm not holding high expectations that we're going to get like some earth-shattering, breaking news update from Aaron Boone.
Yeah, unless he announced that he's resigning, which won't happen. But
Then you guys will be happy
yeah.
if he says that.
Breaking news: Yankees have signed a new manager.
And it is Nithin Ramachandra.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored. No, they're bringing back Joe Girardi. No.
Nah, I mean
Oh.
that would be something. Oh man, but hey, Joe Girardi is awesome, intense. But
Yeah.
man, or imagine they said, "Yeah, we're
They're gonna hire me as manager, and I'm gonna hire Evan as bench coach,
Yep.
Jason as hitting coach, Sean as pitching coach, Joe as the first base coach, Ken as third base coach, and
Chef Nick as the chef.
yeah, Chef Nick as a chef, and then
I'm just the bodyguard."
I'm gonna hire I'm gonna hire. Oh, actually,
Johnny as bullpen coach.
I'm gonna put Ken as pitching coach, and then
Yeah,
Johnny at third base, and then bullpen coach is gonna be Charles.
Yep.
right. And I'm just gonna be the bodyguard.
Yeah.
And speaking of Charles, next Wednesday night, we have Charles, of course, from the chat, Bronx Bomber, as well as Sean doing a History of the Yankees show. So please tune in to that, everybody, next Wednesday. Should be a lot of fun to hear their thoughts on the Yankees' history. And, Sean's a historian himself, so he's right on top of that. Are you looking forward to that, Sean?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited. I was saying it yesterday. I got the inner Hulk Hogan going.
Yeah.
Going wild. Hulkamania forever. But no, and
Yeah.
Yankee Mania forever. The
Yeah, Sean.
yeah, no. But yeah, no, I'm really excited, and so is Charles. And yeah, I mean we're gonna start going from 1903, the founding of the Yankees when they were called the Highlanders,
Mhm.
all the way up until I mean through the Ruth and Gehrig years, and we're gonna all cover the different points. But we're gonna start there and figure out what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna continue to build. But it's gonna be exciting because the Yankees are a historic franchise, as we all know. I mean, 27 World Series, but it's just gonna be interesting to see how they went from a laughingstock team to the
Yeah.
empire that Rupert built. When they acquired Ruth, obviously that changed the trajectory of the franchise. But then also you're looking at Lou Gehrig and Joe DiMaggio and all those guys that they found from different places, and they helped really carry this franchise to as big as it was. I mean, and even Yogi Berra, we can't forget him because he's like the heart and soul of the Yankees franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Because he covered so many years. But yeah, there's so many guys, and we're gonna talk about it too. But we're also gonna give a little bit of an analysis, because like for instance, Charles and I were talking about. Could you imagine if Babe Ruth had the press that we have today
Yeah.
in his day? Like, imagine the social media and all that. It'd probably be like Shohei who?
Yeah.
Babe, yeah, like if for example, if Babe Ruth was still alive, and then you have a guy like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, Babe Ruth is going to take over that. social media
Yeah.
for sure because
Oh yeah.
of how the caliber of player he was, switch hitter, and he changed the game of baseball in a big way. So I think he'll overtake social media, and so I think social media would be. I mean, back in the day, if they had social media, man, it would have been way
Yeah.
different.
I mean, all they had back then was radio and those little newsreels you'd go to the movie theater for.
Yeah,
But yeah, and a lot. But Babe Ruth was a guy that, I mean, when you look at his pitching record, 94 wins. So, and and back then they pitched all 9 innings or 8 or 9 innings, and then maybe somebody else, they pitched till they got tired, and then somebody else came in. And then and he played right field. And he was, I mean, the guy was a beast. And then and then you look at it, he swung a 40-some-odd-ounce bat.
Yeah.
A
Very
tree trunk
impressive.
for a bat, and you're like, this guy. But there's a lot of things like looking back, we don't really get to see him in live, but it's like that was a guy that people drove, and the casual fans became diehard baseball fans.
yeah,
Oh yeah. Same thing that kind of Otani and Judge are doing now, attracting more
Mhm.
fans to baseball, but just different setting wise with the social media and stuff. But yeah, I can only imagine how Babe Ruth would have adjusted to today's age. That would be interesting to see.
And Ty Cobb would have been the villain.
Yeah.
All these guys would have been, like we see it. But yeah, every generation in baseball has always had guys that were like the face of the Major League Baseball, and they had carried the league. You had Ty Cobb and Hannes Wagner, and then you had, Babe Ruth, and then you had Lou Gehrig later on. You had all these different guys. Jimmy Fox was no slouch. Mel Ott, all those guys that played great. And then you look at the guys who even had to take time away for war, and then
Yeah.
they still came back and dominated the league. So, and we're going to touch
Mhm.
back on the different things. But yeah, and it'll be nice. It'll be interesting because when you look at it, like 1903 till 1923, we played in the Polo Grounds.
Yeah.
We rented with the New York Giants, who now are living. We rented that field from there, and we shared the Polo Grounds. So yeah, it's
Right.
and it's all interesting. But we're gonna look at everything, and we're gonna discuss a lot of different things. And I'm excited, and I know Charles is super excited.
hmm
But yeah, and everybody kind of really wanted this, and so we're happy to finally get it to bring back some Wednesday night, the 18th at 7:30 p.m. It'll be myself and Charles,
Yep.
and then we'll kick it all off, and you guys in the chat, we'll all have that discussion, and we'll keep building it up, especially before the season starts and as the lead up into the season,
Oh
and
yeah.
then we'll kind of play it in the air. But yeah, it's baseball's a sport like anything else, unlike anything else. I mean, it's a fun sport, a long sport, a marathon, but it's a
Yeah.
hard sport to keep playing and maintain success.
Right. Yeah. No, that show should be great leeway into spring training and everything like that. It should be awesome to watch that show, hear what you guys have to say, because of course, yeah, it's written in the history books, but some of the newer fans don't really understand what Yankees history was like back then. So yeah, that's going to be awesome to hear.
Looking
Charles said that
Yeah.
Babe Ruth hit 59 home runs with 168 RBIs in 1921.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's incredible.
and that season in 1921, his record still stands.
Yeah.
421 total bases.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to your show, Charles. I mean, yeah, Sean and Charles with next Wednesday. I'm looking forward to seeing hearing the past, and I'm sure both of you guys, have a lot of stories combined when it comes to that history. And yeah, obviously, even though Judge had the 62 home runs, I think Babe Ruth's stats, man, were crazy back in the day. What he
Well, yeah,
did.
I mean, you're looking at a guy that hit 356
Yeah.
340 any given season. And yes, Aaron Judge has had 450 plus homer seasons, and he's hitting the 300s. But yeah, it's like what Babe Ruth did was like, what? You got to be
Yeah.
kidding me.
Yeah. No, it was insane. And they didn't have access to everything that the current players have now with their own
I think
training
it is.
staffs, medical staffs. Like they didn't have that.
Yeah, and he played for 20 some odd seasons because he started in 1914, 1913 with the Red Sox, and then he didn't stop playing until 1935
Yeah.
with the Boston Braves.
Wow, it's truly remarkable how you look back in time and just say, how could these guys be so good? And now these players today are just like striking out all over the place. How could you?
Mm-hmm.
You can't put that into perspective.
No, and like I said, you had guys like Walter Johnson before his time threw hard. Walter Freight Train Johnson. You had a closer, well, a relief guy who could also start, and Grover Cleveland Alexander. Um, and then you had guys like White Hoyt, Herb Pinnock. The Yankees had Lefty Gomez. You had all those other guys that they were winning like 30 games. They were winning like 20 some odd games. You'd have like three of them. And
Yeah.
and like you said, yeah, and the game has changed so much. It's hard to really say, well, how would they do it nowadays? But the difference is here, you may face a pitcher twice in a game, 3 times if you're lucky. But back then you faced Warren Spahn for, I don't know, 9 to 16 innings.
Yeah.
You face or Walter Freight Train Johnson was going 9 innings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't have to take the pitcher out after the 2-batter, the 3-batter rule. You didn't have to worry about that. The lefty righty thing. Yeah.
Yep. Extra innings, the ghost runner rule.
And then also the other thing, they didn't have batting helmets. They didn't have gloves. I mean, their gloves were thin. Okay, the gloves they used to field were thinner than what it is now. I mean, like Lou Gehrig had 33 broken bones in his hand that he played through. And that's an Iron Man, 2,130 games consecutively from the day he took over for Wally Pipp to the day a guy named Babe Rahlberg relieved him in 1939.
Wow, that is crazy. And then in 1914, Babe Ruth hit his first professional home run in Hamlin, Canada.
Yeah.
Wow. Charles, thank you for all this history, man. I can't wait for it.
Yep. Thank you, Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Charles and I'm both excited, and it's just fired up. And I know Joe's gonna be dancing in the background.
Yep.
But I think everyone's, because like there's a reason we appreciate all the guys, and we also look at it too. Josh Gibson, he hit a whole lot of home runs too. He was like the Babe Ruth of the Negro League. But imagine if those two played in the same league, they would be like competing for who had, and those parks were all bigger. Like Yankee Stadium was what, 400, almost 500 feet to the dead center when Babe Ruth was playing.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah. So the is a whole lot of things, and yeah, those guys hit balls like golf balls.
Yeah.
And they didn't have StatCast back then going, exit velocity is 130 miles an hour.
Nope. Of course, they didn't have
So,
that.
yeah, I mean, and like you look at Babe Ruth, his diet, we all joke about it. Hot dogs and beer.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a big, stout dude.
Yeah.
6'2". I think it was like 200 and some odd pounds, solid muscle. just a stocky frame, and he swung a 40 some odd ounce bat most of his career.
He was 6'7".
I mean, and yeah, Luke Gehrig. I mean, he was built like a chiseled out of iron, and he was
Yeah.
like 6'5", 6'6".
Yep.
280 as well. But you're looking at all these guys. Earl Combs played for the Yankees center field. He was a triples machine, and he was a true leadoff guy. Tony Lazzeri. He was a guy that could hit doubles, triples, whatever you needed him to do. All those guys were like, great players, and they played and found. I mean, that 1927 team was like Titans playing against the rest of, but 110 wins in the regular season, and they swept the Pittsburgh Pirates in the World Series that year. So like, whoa, wait a minute.
That's great.
Yeah, and then you also look at it too. Back then too, they had to work off during the off season. They had to work construction jobs, or they had to work at the train deal, or whatever the case was.
Yeah. Obviously, the salaries were different.
Mm-hmm. They were making like thousands, and we got guys making hundreds of millions of dollars and playing baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But
So we have the Aaron Boone press conference. I guess would be live on Yes Network.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tune in for that, man. I hope there's some good news there. Obviously, Brian Cashman is there live at spring training. Also, he just arrived. Chaz Chisholm is there. So a lot of people are getting into the facility now, which is cool to see.
Yep.
No, Charles's comment, that is cracking me up. Babe Ruth worked lifting bears.
Oh,
That's a classic one, Charles.
Yeah, he was lifting 6-packs and 12-packs each day.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know what? These guys the thing. I mean, Luke Gehrig was a certified engineer, so you know. And but yeah, it's crazy when you look back and you're like, wait a minute, all these people did what? But yeah, they had to do it. What they had to do. And I'm looking forward for Wednesday. But yeah, today the press conference. We'll definitely find out about 12 or 1 o'clock. And what is in the press conference. And then I'm just happy that everybody's reporting to spring training, the pitchers and catchers, and there's hitters that are already there taking batting practice. That is encouraging to me as a fan. But I just hopefully most people are healthy, and we get some positive feedback on Cole, Rodon, and even Volpe.
yes, positive updates. Because Volpe wasn't placed on the 60-day IL. I could see him possibly maybe being used off the bench if he can't play defense and if he can't hit. Maybe he comes off the bench once in a while if they don't put him on IL. But we'll see what the case is with that. And we'll see, what the infield as well, what the infield looks like. You have Rosario, Caballero, Oswaldo Cabrera comes back, which I'm excited about. And, we'll see how they kind of construct it with Jazz and Rice and Goldschmidt. So it should be very interesting to see what happens. Yeah, guys. Yeah.
We got some news here. It says Arizona Diamondbacks star outfielder Corbin Carroll broke the hemi bone in his right hand and is undergoing surgery today. He will miss the World Baseball Classic, and his ability to play opening day is now in question.
Yeah, no, that's serious. Because I mean, remember when Andrew Benintendi broke that same bone?
Yeah.
And he hasn't been the same since. So yeah, I mean, speedy recovery. Prayers for Corbin Carroll, because that guy is elite, and he's fun to watch. Though when you see a guy like that with the speed he has, and that the sound defense and everything. But I know he probably gives Jason nightmares
Yeah.
when he faces the Mets because that guy just kills the Mets.
Oh yeah, he's one. He's one. He's one guy. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like, but that's the fun part about baseball. Like you got all these star athletes across the league, but they'll like give teams nightmares.
Yep.
Yep.
But then you also got guys on your team that will give other teams nightmares. So you're like, hey, like for instance, how many pitchers do you think have nightmares facing Aaron Judge?
Many,
A lot.
many pitchers. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully Corbin Carroll gets better soon. And this is the type of things that kind of hinder a team's ability in spring training and during the season if it becomes a factor is the injuries. And that's one thing that they do have to do a better job of preventing before, but there's nothing you can do much about this.
Right.
Who knows if players do have surgery in the off season, but then again, there's other things that come up too with that. So hopefully it gets better. And USA in the WBC will be starting very soon, beginning of March. We'll have some live coverage of some of those games. USA versus Brazil will be called here on the channel. We'll be covering those as well. So come on by, guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So any updates on Francisco Lindor, Jason?
Let me check. Not that I've heard of yet, but I'll check right now to see if there's any update.
Evan, the Giants got a new quarterbacks coach, Brian
Callahan. Yep, thank you.
I like the John Harbaugh is building his staff. So
but Callahan was
experience.
Callahan was actually a decent quarterback in his play time.
Yep.
Mostly backup, but yeah, he's a guy that just tore defenses apart when he was on the field.
I'm excited. They should do a good job developing him. Three guys, Nagy and Callahan, all of them have experience as head coaches. Both of them do. And then Denard Wilson could be a guy that could get a head coaching job in the future if things go well here. So, with guys that are experienced, you know what they can bring to the table. You know what to expect. And I like the direction that the Giants are building with their coaching staff.
Yeah. And speaking of the Harbaughs, congratulations to Jay Harbaugh, the son of Jim Harbaugh.
Yep.
Winning the world, helping win the Super Bowl, assistant coach on the Seahawks. That's just a whole nother generation of another Harbaugh coach that the NFL is going to have to deal with.
Yeah, and also, what do you call? Rex Ryan's son is now part of the Jets staff. So
Seth Ryan.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The thing is, though, we gotta get the right quarterback.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Mendoza, I would love him, but at the same time,
Mendoza, I think Clint Kubiak is going to get his guy. Mendoza.
I thought this is going to be a deadly connection.
Yeah. And I think Clint Kubiak actually knows the Indiana head coach, so they.
Signetti. Yep.
Yeah, today's a Seahawks parade, and then Clint said yesterday he'll be there for the parade, and he has to come back obviously for the Raiders and start getting to work. So he'll be there for the Seahawks parade, obviously.
Yeah, but you know what? He did pretty well. I mean, Clint Kubiak. I can't remember if he was.
I think that's a good hire for the Raiders. I think he's gonna do well over there, develop the young team, the offense. He's an offensive genius. And apparently, as long as they keep their star player Max Crosby happy, and then they'll be fine. And apparently, they had a good conversation. What I heard, Max and Clint, and as long as you keep him happy, and I think he'll be fine. And I think hopefully, Gentie's game takes to the next level. And obviously, our guy Chris Collier, hopefully he does good stuff also.
Yeah, and also hopefully Brock Bowers can bounce back from injury and stay healthy. You know, because that was a beast of a tight end his rookie year.
Yeah, definitely.
But that sophomore year was riddled with injuries. So,
Yeah,
you know.
that Raiders team does have talent. They just need
Oh,
to put
yeah.
it together.
They do. And I think Kubiak, his philosophy and his intensity is perfect for the Raiders in a sense of he can get the players to play well balanced, you know, strong. Pete Carroll was trying to get everyone to do that, but the problem was it's so much of a mess before then. You know, there's still stuff that they had to be sorted out. But yeah, but Kubiak's a right guy for the job. So it will be interesting to see. And I was kind of hoping that if the Raiders were gonna get rid of just to see Max Crosby and Chris Jones on the same team. Yeah, that would have just.
And Chris Jones, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Oh yeah, Charles. Have a great day. Hopefully,
Charles.
we'll see you later tonight.
Yeah.
We'll be live again at 9 p.m. tonight with a lot of Yankees news to talk about, as well as any other baseball news, Mets news that comes out.
Yeah.
You know, but we've been on for an hour and 6 minutes, so I think we'll wrap it up here.
Wait, just one more quick point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So as of now, there's no further update on Lindor, but I'm sure later today there's going to be an update. So
Okay.
Sounds good.
But I mean, I'm praying for Lindor to, bounce back healthy and.
Yeah, same with all the Yankees players. Hopefully, you guys stay healthy and all the star players can have their power on display.
Yeah.
And no injuries during the WBC either.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
No,
please no. I don't want to have to go a whole year without Judge.
Oh,
If
that would be
happens,
a bad year.
if that happens, then you can kiss our season goodbye.
I know, right? Before it even started.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts before we go?
Final thoughts. Well, Aaron Boone press conference today hopefully gives us some good updates. I'll be interested to see how the Yankees kind of sign their practices before the games start. See what type of approaches that they have at the plate. Let's see what they work on because everything is different every year. And I think that we could see something different possibly this year with the Yankees. They made some changes to their coaching staff as well. So looking forward to seeing what type of changes and adjustments that they make as well. And, it's another year, another fun baseball season coming up. It all gets started pretty much today. So we're excited to bring you guys the latest news and information. Please stay tuned for tonight, 9 p.m. show. And then tomorrow night, you have back-to-back shows, entertainment shows right here on the channel. So there will be no morning show tomorrow morning because of those two shows tomorrow evening as well. So appreciate it, guys. Sean, Nathan, Jason, you guys have any other thoughts?
So obviously looking forward to the press conference also with Aaron Boone at 11:30. I'm sure they're going to say a lot of interesting things. So looking forward to that. Please continue liking and subscribing to this channel, and also subscribe to our Job on the Mouth show. A lot of big things happening, and a lot of big things happening at my nation's best NIL company. So guys, stay tuned for all that. And my team and I are working on more guests for this show. And actually, my team and I booked a couple of guests for next week, which we'll get to later. So guys, keep up the great work. Great stream today with Jason, Evan, and Sean. And the chat did awesome. You guys did a fantastic job. So let's keep this going. And 9 p.m. tonight, guys. Don't forget with the Yankees updates or if the Yankees make a move. Let's see.
Yeah. Guys. Be sure to check out Ken's short on the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. He did put out a short. Make sure to check it out. Yeah. Hopefully we find out some news in the press conference, and it's not a whole lot about much to do about nothing. When we hear it's right in front of us for 1,000 times, but there's a lot of good things. But yeah, 9 p.m. tonight. Come back. We'll have more updates for you and whatever moves happen with the Yankees or Mets or whatever in baseball, we'll get it out to you because there's still free agents being signed. There's still trades maybe work in the works. Who knows how wild it's gonna be? And then also this week, so Friday there won't be any NBA show tonight because we got the event with
Right. No NBA show.
Maria Venuto.
Yeah.
But on Sunday night we'll probably cover some of that All-Star weekend during the weekly roundup on Sunday night.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And yeah, I mean, hey, I'm glad baseball fever is back in town and spring training is beginning.
Yeah, well said, Jason. Before you go, we got some more injury news. It comes out of Baltimore Orioles camp. Jackson Holiday is having surgery to remove a broken hamate, another injury with his right hand, so he will not be ready for opening day.
All these hamate injuries.
What's with all these hamate injuries?
What do they do with their hands? I mean,
It's ridiculous. I mean, like early the spring training, and I don't know.
Like, do they not work out
what were they
during the
doing in the
offseason?
off season?
What if they need to? Holiday's a young player.
Yeah.
He'll adjust his training style in the off season, but and these injuries just piling up. Gotta stop.
This is crazy. What's going on?
Right.
Jason, any thoughts? Final thoughts?
Yep.
Oh yeah, great show, everybody. Make sure to check out Ken from the Ugly Truth. He puts out some great content. Next Wednesday, Sean and Charles will be having their history show, so everybody please check that out. Nathan obviously bringing more guests on the show. Everybody please stay tuned and yeah, glad that baseball is finally back.
The one player I'm really looking forward to seeing in the Yankee camp is Dax Kelby.
Yeah.
He's a star in the making, I think, in my opinion. That's how good he is. I think he's gonna hopefully outshines everyone in spring training, and if he does, I would love to see him make the team. But I think he's still kind of young, but he could potentially be a star.
I agree. Him and George Lombard. They can all make an impact somewhat down the line. So hopefully, the stars will come online, the spring training, and we'll see what happens during the season.
Yep.
I'm very excited to bring it all to you guys. But for now, have an amazing day. We'll see you guys later tonight, 9 p.m. And that's pretty much it, guys. So,
Joe, Joe, you can sign us off now.
Have a great day, everybody.
See you guys. Yep.
Please stand by.
All right, guys, let's keep talking until Joe.
Yeah. But yeah, no, guys. ERC or Lagrange, who do you think might make the team out of spring training?
That's a good question. I think ERC is more polished right now. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing both do great, but I think ERC has the upper hand.
Yeah. I agree. ERC.
I'm texting. Okay, there he is.
All
right, Joe.
Hey, guys. Great job. Even the insurance guy said, "Awesome job, guys." He's
nice.
He's already subscribed, so that's cool.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Awesome. Great job, guys.
Is everything good with the insurance company?
Yeah, everything's cool now. Now I don't have to worry about for another couple of years.
Okay.
Nice.
Praise God.
But thank you, guys. We all said who's going to come on for 9:00 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I just won't be able to because one of the guys called out at work, so I got to cover for him.
Okay. But we're all set on the way.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys at 9:00 unless the Yankees do something, of course, during the day. But great stream, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll talk later.
Yep.
Everybody have a great day. God bless you all.
See you guys.
Yeah. Well, Evan, take us out. Go ahead.
All right. What you gonna do? when the New York Yankees and NY Yankee Mania run wild all over you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good ending, Evan. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you at 9 p.m. tonight. God bless you all. God bless America.